Greetings my Lombardians and welcome! Today I will be explaining how reviews are created. Movement. Usually there are two types of movements, with rare exceptions. The first type is the infinity dashes. The reason this type of movement is great is because it adds a new layer to gameplay possibilities. Spamming beams becomes obsolete. And considering many JOS characters has a long-lasting beams, having infinity dashes is important to avoid those type of beams. The character that is in the air dashing becomes limited with the attacks, unlike on the ground where you have a huge variety of moves you can pull off. While in the air, you are very limited but safer. If you're the second player, you need to consider a number of things. Do I stay on the ground and try to trap him, for example? Or does the second player jump and try to hit him from above? Second player also needs to consider when's the right time to use specials, as he could easily be punished. That as a result, there's a lot of mind game going on. And finally, when both players uses dashes, it visually looks very beautiful to the viewer or the audience. Now, because I'm by myself, it's very difficult to showcase how it might look. Hopefully, after this explanation, some of you have a better understanding as to why I love infinity dashes and the gameplay potential that I see in it. And then we have the second type of dashes, that I call the balanced dashes. They are used mostly for avoiding quick distant attacks, and are mostly built for characters who are meant to be only on the ground. Although this type of dash doesn't have the same air combat potential that an infinity dash has, I still appreciate this type of dash for what it is, and I never remove scores if the character doesn't stay in the air forever. When giving a score to movement, I take into considerations feel, meaning how the movement feels, function, meaning if he has a well-rounded variety of movements that serve function, and the consistency of my inputs. Tack. When reviewing attacks, I take into considerations functionality, meaning how much combo potential you can create out of this character, how diverse is the combat, if there's any inconsistencies, and how much balanced is the combat. Accuracy, meaning how accurate is the combat to the source material. Memorability, meaning how much memorable are the combos. Some might disagree with my take that combos shouldn't always be memorable, but I disagree. In my subjective opinion, there is no excuse for combos to be forgettable. They can be short or long, but still memorable. Memorability is important, because the first thing all casual players look for are how memorable are the combos. Now, what is considered a memorable combo, you might ask? The answer is very simple. Ask yourself this question. After playing the character, do you remember the combos the same way you remember Bluestone's Broly's combos? It is also important to remember that most of my audience are casual players, and when they watch my reviews, they want to know if the combos of the characters are memorable, and for that reason I take memorability into consideration. Special. The considerations I make are functionality, meaning how much diverse are the specials from each other and if they have individual purposes that serve the player, how much balanced they are, and if one special is better than the other. Accuracy, meaning how accurate are the specials to the source material, and memorability. Ultimate, I take in consideration functionality, accuracy, and memorability. Effects, I take into considerations colors, the quality of the effect sprites, and if they are responsible for creating lag. In conclusion, each character is reviewed individually, so there are a lot of more aspects that I take into consideration when reviewing them. Please remember, I am not a company or a group of workers. I don't have individuals who can review my videos making sure there's no inconsistencies. I work alone, solo, and as a result, there are times I'm inconsistent with my scores. It's important to remember that I'm a human being. My opinions change, as it should. I'm constantly evolving as an individual and a reviewer. Always feel free to leave feedback, whether it being positive or negative. If you agree with this review, let others know why. If you disagree with a review, let others know why. With that said, I wish everyone to have a wonderful day.